Men actually respect marriages. Women don't really respect marriages.
You're saying outside of the marriage. Like a man wouldn't come to you.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, you've got your thing.
Yes, like, cause like when I used to meet guys, any type of famous guys and stuff like that, they'll be like, how you doing? How you doing, Cardi B? Like this and that. My DMs were extremely dry. Nobody would approach me. But these women, they will throw themselves at a married man like it's nothing. It's like, oh, well, whatever. And it's not because it was me. When I announced that I was single, oh boy. The DMs, every type of way, they was trying to reach. But when they know that you're like in a marriage and like you have a family, they won't approach you.
I agree with Cardi B here, and I want to add a few things. I think one of the biggest reasons that men are very respectful of other male marriages is because they want sexual exclusivity. Men, the masculine nature in itself is very possessive. It wants purity, it wants exclusivity, and this is obviously demonstrated all throughout history with the idea of virginity. In addition to this, I think it's a threat of another man. Men are extremely dangerous, and when it comes to their women, they do not play. The amount of stories that you see and the amount of people that are in prison right now because they did crazy over some girl, we could talk about this for days. So I think any man is just going to avoid that, not only for the karma factor, but like you don't want problems with married men because that's really all they have a lot of times. Their wife and their sexual exclusivity to her. Also, if I know a chick is married, the thought of her being with her husband every single night would respectfully repulse me. I don't want to think about that, so I'm cool. There's a lot of single girls out there. I'll go talk to them.
And if you don't want to be with me because I decided to stop fornicating and wait until marriage, whoop-de-doo!
This video got a lot of attention and people are on completely different sides, so let's talk about it. If you realize that there's an error in your ways and the way that you were living in the past is not in line with you right now, you are allowed to change that. And if you genuinely believe that living this way is going to better your life, then more power to you. But everybody has their own opinions and there is opinions on the other side. The main thing is, and I'm just going to be vulgar, that you gave it to everybody in the past. You let every single guy in your past relationships have access to you in a very intimate way, and now the next person has to do more work for you. Keeping it real, a lot of men are not going to like this because another man had a younger, more sexual version of you, maybe without commitment, and now this man has to marry you to get access to an older version of you in that sexuality. Basically, he has to put in more work, more effort, more resources to get what other men had at a, let's say, better level. Let me flip the script here a little bit. Let's say there's a guy that says, I used to take girls on dates, I used to buy them things, I used to take them shopping, I used to provide for them, but I'm no longer doing that until I get married. A lot of you women would say, you gave all those girls all those things and now I have to marry you to get the same treatment you gave another woman? Doesn't sound fair to me. And you're allowed to have that opinion, just as that man is allowed to hold it off until marriage, just as she's allowed to hold it off until marriage. So the opinions are valid, but it raises some concerns. Like, why now are you deciding that you're going to hold off until marriage? Why did you completely stop it? What happened? That's the question that a lot of men are going to have. And I'm just assuming here, but the answer, unfortunately, in most of these situations is that you were just being too sexual. You were giving it up too often to random men, or you were giving it up to a guy that didn't deserve it, and now you've completely shut that off, which is alarming for a lot of guys. Once again, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do. If you believe that this is a better way to live, then God bless, do whatever you want to do. But a lot of people are going to be questioning it, and they're allowed to have their opinions too.
I'm just going to be real with you right now. Dating gets worse in your 30s. It gets worse in your 30s.
She's right, and let's talk about why. If you're a woman in your 30s that's dating in the market today, you know how difficult it can be. So this is not a video to discourage you from dating, but to more so give you insight as to why dating is more difficult. So listen to these reasons and let me know if you agree or disagree. Starting off with reason number one, the good men are taken, or at least the majority of them are. You're now effectively dealing with the leftovers of the dating market. There are a lot of men on the dating market that are just not taking dating seriously, they're playing games, or they're just not ready to enter a relationship in a serious way. And now you are forced to deal with those men. Reason number two, you're not getting the same level of attention. Women in their 20s get more attention than women in their 30s because of society's standards of beauty. Age and the perception of maturity does play a factor when it comes to dating. Based off all the data, men prefer women in their early 20s. There are a lot of amazing women in their 30s, but men would prefer a younger version. And this kind of bleeds into reason number three. Men often assume women in their 30s wasted their 20s. The perception is you blew your 20s. All you did was party, drink, go out, and now you want to take dating seriously when you could have done that before. This might be true or very well may not be the case. But at the end of the day, this belief is an obstacle that women have to overcome. Reason number four, your standards have increased. The things that you overlooked in your 20s are now things that you see very clearly now that you're a mature woman. And so the dating pool by default gets smaller. Because naturally, as the bar is elevated and your standards go up, fewer men can meet those standards. So it's harder to find that man that checks off all those boxes. And last but not least, reason number 5, you may have an internal problem with your belief in the dating market. As much as you want to believe that the dating market is in shambles, there are still people that are getting together every single day and having healthy, successful relationships. Sometimes we have to work on that trauma. Sometimes we have to leave that baggage at the door. And sometimes we have to understand our perception is creating our reality that things are not going to work. And that's why things are not working. Dating is a numbers game. And as you get older, your penetration in the dating market goes down while your standards go up. And because you've been dating for a long time, your patience and your tolerance is going down, which makes dating very difficult because you are indirectly making it difficult. Have faith that you'll find that partner. Keep putting yourself out there and it'll eventually happen. And if you're struggling with dating and you're not finding results, feel free to DM me. I would love to help you. Let me know your opinion on this video here. A little crazy, right? See, this video could very well be fake. Like with the internet, you can't even tell these days, but I want to know your opinion on it. This sounds nice, but let's be real. This video is completely wrong. In fact, the opposite is true. The more attractive your partner is, guy or girl, the more likely they are to cheat. So why is that? It's because cheating is not created by love or the lack of love. It's created by options while you're in a relationship. And like this video states, people that are very attractive have endless options. They have endless people that want to talk to them, want to seduce them, want to be intimate with them. And when somebody has endless options, opportunity is always knocking. And eventually, someone is going to answer. Typically, after a fight or disagreement, they may have a conversation with themselves saying, I deserve better. And that's when they go investigate other partners, other suitors. They go and monkey branch from relationship to relationship. Don't ever let the word options make you feel special. Because in reality, options are what make loyalty harder. Options are there to test someone's loyalty. The more dating options that somebody has, the more likely they are to cheat on you. And obviously it depends on your treatment of the individual, the relationship you have, the boundaries you guys have set, and your status as well in the relationship. Two attractive people that have a lot of options can be loyal to one another because they understand that they are each other's best options or best play in the market. But the moment that someone's talking about how many options they have, their mind is already thinking about other relationships and other suitors, and that's a bad sign right there.
Easiest thing a man could ever do is spend money on you, by the way. Like, that's probably the least interesting thing that someone could ever do for you is press a button and buy you a gift or send you some money.
If this is the case, why do so many women have an issue spending money on their man? Not just a man, their man. I swear, some people are so out of touch with reality and they live in a constant state of delusion. When someone does anything nice for you, you should be grateful. Whether it's a coffee or a car, you should be appreciative that they put in the work to get that money and then think of you enough and like you enough to spend that money on you. People are dying every single day. People are struggling to put food on the table for their family, for their kids, for everyone around them. In this video, she talks about how the Wizard Liz was kind of dumb for thinking that Landon, her ex-boyfriend, sending her $10,000 meant that he cared about her, meant that he loved her. I'll play the clip for you right now.
Like, I just saw a video of the Wizard Liz, like a clip of a YouTube video of hers or something, where she was talking about how her ex sent her $10,000 once, and she was really impressed because in her mind, that must have meant that he loved her or he was really serious about her, whatever. And it just made me so sad because, okay, first of all, she's young and I don't want to like judge her or anything, but it just makes me so sad because I really honestly truly think the only people that could ever think that way are people that have never had anyone do anything for them.
Look, I'm very well aware that there are some men that have a ton of money and sending $10,000 is not a lot for them. But this is like the 1% of men. This is like an astronomically small percentage of men. The rest of the guys that exist in the world that live normal lives, them spending any amount of money on you is a sign that they care, that they're putting effort into you, that they're investing into you. Because that money comes from hard work, that money comes from saving, that money comes from them waking up every single day, going to a job that they're probably not in love with, coming home, choosing to separate some money out for bills, for their people, for their community, for their family, whatever it is, and then choosing to spend the money that they have on you instead of things that they want. Because ultimately they want to make you happy and your happiness makes them happy. And that's a beautiful thing. But what's not beautiful to me, what's actually disgusting, is when a woman belittles, minimizes, or downplays the work a man does in order to pay for anything. Spending money on someone is not just pushing a button. How offended would you be if I said making a man happy is just opening your legs? Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't get married unless you are his dream girl. My wife, like, she's not just my wife. She's my dream girl. She is my soulmate. She is the standard of everything. Literally, she's my everything. And that's how it needs to be. The guy that you are with, your husband needs to see you as his dream girl, because there's a big difference. Most people They get married. Oh, that's my husband, that's my wife. Yeah, we're in love and stuff like that. But nah, when she's your dream girl, you will go to the ends of the earth. You are just freaking in love, obsessed.
And that is exactly the issue. Before I get into it, I am very happy for this guy. God bless this man and his 14-year marriage. I hope you have another amazing 14 years with your partner. But for the majority of guys, I would tell you to never marry your dream girl. Because a lot of times your dream girl is not going to view you as her dream guy. And that is a dangerous game to play when your mindset is, I'm going to go to the end of the earth, do anything for you. I'm in love. I'm obsessed, as that video said. So what is my advice to men? Marry the woman that treats you the best. Keep it real. A lot of times a guy's dream girl is only his dream girl because she looks a certain way or has some kind of fantasy in his head fulfilled. Looks are going to fade. Your partner is not going to be young and beautiful forever. So the only thing that's going to last is her personality and the way that she treats you. So respectfully, prioritize that over anything else. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't like her or there should be some unbalanced power dynamic where you're the dream guy and you don't really care about her. But as a man, you're the leader. Focus on your career, focus on your purpose, focus on your mission, and find a girl that treats you so amazing that you just can't let go of her no matter what you do. Look, I get it. Right now, it feels like you're winning. The late nights, the partying, the hooking up with random dudes, it feels like you're finally free because no one is telling you what to do, where to go, when to be home, so on and so forth. But be honest with yourself for a moment. Is that really winning? Is doing the exact thing that someone feared you would do proof that you're actually happy? Or is it more so proof that they were right about you? Real winning is not proving your ex right or really proving anything to them at all. It's leveling up so hard that they don't even recognize you anymore. Not because you're reckless, but because you're unbothered, you're focused, and you're at peace now.